The stock market retired me at 24 years old through trading. And no, I don't day trade. And no, I don't read charts. Now, for those who don't know me, I cannot wait, okay, to share this story of hope. Okay, I just want you to know that it's never too late. Okay, it's never too late. But for those who don't know me, my name is Paris Smith, and I was able to leave my 9 to 5 at 24 years old through trading in the stock market. And I was able to do this by this strategy that a lot of people don't know about. And we're going to get into that today. But it's the strategy nobody knows about. We don't day trade. We don't have to read charts or anything. It's a type of strategy where you make a residual, a reliable income that is consistent, and it pays your bills. And so I'm going to go over that today a little bit more, during when I share my story and all that good stuff. But if you're wondering, like, what is this strategy and you want to learn more about the strategy, I am holding a free stock trading masterclass this week. Make sure you register to get your seat because we do fill up really, really fast. So just want to make sure you in there, okay? All right. So anyways, I want you to know, first things first, I want you to know that it is never too late. And I say that because, yeah, I left my job at 24 years old and all of that. But even if you're in your 50s or you're in your late 40s, you're in your 40s or even 60s, this is possible. Financial freedom is possible for you too. Even understanding the stock market, even understanding stock market trading and getting an income from it, it is possible for you. So we just gonna set that real quick. You do not need decades to build wealth just for you to be wealthy. I did it in 6 months. I grew my account from 0 to 6 figures in annual income in 6 months. A complete beginner at trading, have a 5th grade education. I say that with my chest because you're looking at a multimillionaire, okay? Multimillionaire with a 5th grade education. I don't even care no more, okay? Because the Lord is too good to me. But anyways, literally struggled my way learning how to trade. I knew absolutely nothing about the stock market, nothing about trading, nothing at all, right? And so I've been through it all, okay? I've been through it all. The reason why, 5th grade education is because I struggled with a learning disability my entire childhood, middle school, high school. But anyways, let's get into it. So all this started when I was 18 years old. I was 18. My mom came to me and she's like, Paris, I gotta tell you. She's like, I want you to really learn this. And I was so confused. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's stock market trading. It's stock market trading. I really need you to learn this for me. And at the time, my mom, she owned a business, but she was launching a new business and it was a big business. Okay. And my mom had no time for her kids. Me and my twin sister had no time for herself. She was grinding every single day. And she was like, this is our way out. She just kept saying, this is our way out. This is our way out. And I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and do a little research on it. And I even told her, like, you really want me to learn this? Like, I don't know what this is. And you already know I struggle a whole lot with learning. But anyways, I just did what I had to do, took a leap of faith. And I also knew that if it's going to get my mama out, I mean, I'm 18, but it's going to get me out too, because working a 9 to 5 with a chronic disease is not easy. Now, the chronic disease is juvenile type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed as a kid, 14 to be exact. And so my life is dependent on insulin to live. So think about working a 9 to 5 with a chronic disease for one. Think about working a 9 to 5 and living paycheck to paycheck too. Think about working a 9 to 5 and all of my days and most of my day is at work, right? I was not able to take care of myself. I couldn't make like the healthy home cooked meals because I go home and I'm tired. Even getting up out of bed was it was killing me, okay? When I say I woke up feeling like I was on my deathbed every single morning and I had to get up, I had to get dressed, and I had to make it to work. Then at work, I'm struggling too because I have all these complications, low blood sugars, body about to have a whole seizure if I don't get back to my desk and drink some juice or whatever sugar that I have available. Then my blood sugar too high and I can't really get to it. It's too much, right? So it was just a whole lot. And so let me continue. So I was like, if this gonna get my mama out, this might get me out too. Now at the time I was 18. I wasn't like deep into corporate America until I was 20. That was when I worked my first Fortune 500 job in tech. And so when I started working though, and the boss would be like, you need to think about getting FMLA because you're taking off too much, or you got too many doctor appointments, like we're not having that, or saying just being threatened of being terminated or laid off over and over again. I was like, baby, listen, I called my mom crying almost every single day in that parking lot at this Fortune 500 company that everyone is be raving about all the time. Anyway, we can go get into that. Woo! Okay. Anyway, let's stay focused. I used to call her crying almost every single day, like bawling, like, Mama can't do this. And she used to say, go home. And when you go home, I want you to study your stocks every day. I'm like, but Mama, I just got to work. I don't care. I want you to go home and study your stocks. So, hell, that's what I'm going to do. So I've called off. I don't care. At this point, I was getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of just working so hard, putting my job first, trying to make it up the corporate ladder, but dying. Not taking care of myself. Dying. Trying to kiss their tail, but dying. So anyways, first of all, Mama said it's going to get her out. It's going to get me out too. Hey, then when I started working in corporate America, I said, yeah, no, this is really going to get me out. So my focus changed. At first it was, we going to help Mama. Like, I'm going to help my mom. I'm going to study this, and I'm a teacher. And once I have it mastered, I'm going to tell my mama, right? And teach her. But then when I started working and I saw how corporate America was and how terrible it is, I don't care. Corporate America is not for me. It may be for you, and I love that. But as for me, it is not for me. I will never, ever, ever, ever step foot in somebody else's company ever again, unless I'm teaching, okay? Unless I'm teaching, picking up the check. Other than that, I will never, ever have a boss again. And that's because of this strategy. The strategy is called cover call writing. So that is what the trading strategy is called. Simply, you trade once a week and you can make a consistent income every single week, or you can trade once a month and you can make a consistent income every single month. Now, it's low risk. You make your profits up front, and it doesn't matter if the trade goes this way, that way, up, down, sideways. It don't matter. Whatever you made, you made. So it's really cool. And there's like 3 different ways that you can make income just by trading one time. And I love that. So anyways, once I got that mastered, and it took me years, okay? It took me years. It took me going to New York City, picking random classes to take just so I'm in the atmosphere, the environment of traders. And I was like this little shy girl in the back of the class with a room with all these older white men. I don't care. I'm just going to share my story, okay? A little black girl in the back of the class. But anyway, I had to do what I had to do. I literally sacrificed so much to learn. Fast forward, now I'm 24. Well, 24 when I retired, 28 now, 24 when I retired, and I will never have to go back to the 9 to 5 again. When I say financial freedom is what I have right now, and I want that for you too, and it's never too late, and you're never too young to experience it. You can do it too, okay? So now we're going to get into the whole trading strategy, okay? So when I say it's low risk, a lot of people think about, when you say trading, they think about being glued to your computer screen. Yeah, they think about being glued to your cell phone or any device. You glued to it. You're looking at charts. You're looking at the indicators. You're trying to figure out when you're about to enter a trade or exit a trade, scratch that, okay? Scratch it. We don't do none of that stuff. It's low risk because you're buying the actual shares. You're purchasing shares and you're trading a contract against those shares, and that's how you get your premium. Your premium is consistent. Your premium, you will see when you trade every week that the premium is consistent. It may be a range, but you're making the same amount. So as for me, I know how much I'm making every single time I trade. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to pray about it. I don't have to cross my fingers about it. I don't have to wish about it. I ain't got to do none of that. Okay, I ain't got to do none of that. I know how much I'm making. So it's low risk. Also, if you pick the right stock that has solid fundamentals, is even more low risk. So I need to see y'all at my class because I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break down the fundamentals, what to look for, and choosing the best stocks to trade the strategy on. I need to see you in my next masterclass. Click on that link, register. But anyways, when I say low risk, my students, okay, when they're trading, we don't freak out over here. We don't freak out when the market drops, when it's a red market, when it's a recession. We don't care about that stuff because we know that the stock that we chose is solid. In fact, my first ever trade was February 2020, right before COVID. I didn't know COVID was coming, okay? I did my first trade February 2020. I was at work, I was at my desk, and I submitted the first trade. It took me like 30 seconds to do it, and I could not believe that I made $250 every single week. I was making a consistent $1,000 every single week. Once you're making a consistent amount every week or every month, you're going to continue to make that amount every single week or every single month. All you got to do is reinvest so that you can grow your income, right? Anyway, I didn't know that COVID was coming in March 2020. And what had happened was the market crashed real bad. If y'all do some research, the market crashed so freaking bad. And I was panicking. I was like, oh my God, I just started trading. Like, this is literally my ticket out of here. This is literally my ticket to financial freedom. And what is this? Like, I was so frustrated. But then I said, wait a minute now. I said, wait a minute. When I say during COVID and the market crash, that was the most I have ever made in the stock market, period. The most I've ever made. It was crazy because the premiums were much juicier when the market is like volatile. And especially when a stock is going down, the premium rises. And I was like, what the? And so since the market was falling, I had money on the side. I'm going to go ahead and purchase some more shares, trade a contract against those shares because it's a discount, market falling. I know this is a solid company. We good. Let me go ahead and buy some more shares. When I say it was a time to be alive. Listen, it was lit. Then during COVID, one of my 3 jobs, because I had got a 3rd job just so I could fund my trading account. And so that job was gone. Then my job from home, it was a full-time job. It was from home. It was flexible. I got to work whenever I wanted to. That job was gone because of COVID. So now I went from 3 incomes to 1. I was like, oh my God, freaking out a little bit because it was like a domino effect. It was just so much going on. It was going so fast. And guess what? I need y'all to put in the chat what? Guess what? My trading covered calls was in my back pocket. I got to use some of that in case I couldn't pay a bill. My anxieties, my stress was just at bay because I was like, yo, you have the strategy. You know how to make income. Blew my mind. Y'all, when I say it's good, it is too good. It's too good. And when I say this strategy is so easy, it's so easy. It's so easy. It's not much to it. It's not like day trading. You're not doing nothing but pressing buttons and filling out a form. We press the same buttons every single week when we trade. There is no reason for you to live in lack. Do you hear me or do you hear me? There's no reason for you to live in lack. The stock market is in front of all of our faces. Literally. The stock market is accessible to each and every one of us. Literally. All you need is to have the financial education, the knowledge, the know-how, so that you can be financially free too. So I want you, if you're declaring this over yourself, okay, and over your this year, we're just gonna say 2025. I need y'all to put in the comments, this is my season. Okay, this is my season. This is my season for financial freedom. This is my season for an extra stream of effortless income. This is my season. Okay, I ain't playing with y'all this year. Okay, I'm not playing with y'all this year. Okay, now, let's continue. So let me tell y'all the 3 things that I love the most, okay? The 3 things that I love the most about trading this strategy. So there's 3 things. 1, you're purchasing shares. So you're invested into the company, which is dope, right? Think of your favorite company. My favorite company right now is NVIDIA. I love me some NVIDIA, okay? I love the CEO. I love everything about what he stands for, how he operates his business and runs his business. He's dope, okay? And then it's an AI, company. It's a tech stock. I'm a tech girl. I love NVIDIA. Fundamentally strong, all the things. Now think about purchasing shares of your favorite company, 1, and you're invested in it. So just because you own stock of a company and you're holding on to the shares, the equity is going to rise if it's a good stock, right? So let's say a stock costs $100, it goes to $105. Your money just grew by $5, right? So that's 1. One way to make money from investing inside of a company that's fundamentally strong. 2, you have the dividends. Just because your money is invested inside of the company, the owner and them, they give you a little sprinkle on top. It's called a dividend. So then you can put together a whole dividend income strategy off the stock that you invested in. Then on top of that, you got cover calls. That's 3, right? That's 3. Now you have the shares. It's growing in equity. You have the shares. You're making a dividend income off of it. You have the shares. Now we're going to trade a cover call, a contract against the shares we already own. We're going to make us a guaranteed reliable, consistent income. It doesn't matter if the stock goes up, goes down, or stay the same. If you made $250 on the stock, you made $250 on the stock. Now we're going to times that by 4. That's $1,000 a month. And it only takes 30 seconds a week, literally. You just press buttons and you press the button, submit. You make the money. You'll see it in your cash balances as soon as you click on submit. They give you a debit card. You can swipe if you would like. Listen, it's just so easy. You don't have to log back in. You don't have to clock the trade. You don't have to exit out of it. You let it do what it needs to do, and that's it. You let it do what it needs to do, and that's it. You trade again when it expires. You do the same thing every single week or every single month. It's so easy. So when I say there's no reason for any of us to be living in lack, there's no reason for us to be living paycheck to paycheck. There's no reason for us to be burnt the heck out at our 9 to 5 and can't go on vacation because they're going to deny. You can use your cover call income to go on vacation. Forget them. They're not going to pay you PTO, but you good because you got your cover call, your trading income, right? It's time to carve out your own means of making income. We're not about to be relying on our 9 to 5 no more because we ain't got time for that. That was 2025, 2024, and before. It's 2025. Okay? It's 2025. Okay? That's all I need. That's all I want to say. It is 2025. So we gotta get it together. Okay? We gotta get it together. But anyways, while I was working, and before I even submitted my first trade, I came up with this very detailed plan. The Lord says, write it down and make it plain. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I'm a God girl, okay? I'm the daughter of the Most High, okay? He don't play about me at all. Now I follow His principles all the time, and He says, write it down, make it plain. So in my head, I said, okay, let me see something. I'm gonna go ahead and give me a pen, give me a little paper, and I'm gonna write down every single week, every single trade, every single reinvest, because I wasn't going to spend the profit. I wanted to come up with a plan so that I could leave my job at 24 years old, and that was the whole plan. 3 years before I submit my first trade, okay, no, 2 years before I submit my first trade, I started writing down the plan, because the Lord said, write it down, make it plain. So I wrote down every single month, literally, I make this, I make this, I make this, I'm reinvesting. I'm making this, I'm making this, I'm making this, I'm reinvesting. I had the stock. I had everything I needed, and I created a whole plan for myself. Then 2 years later, 2020, it was COVID, and I said, okay, this might be the chance. I can lock in on my trading. I can learn, because we were working from home. I can study. I can lock in. I can focus. I wasn't playing. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the hunger was for me to really boss up and understand trading. I know it was me being sick and tired of working 9 to 5 with the chronic disease. It was still helping my mom and stuff like that. And when I actually started trading, I trade for my mom. My mom, till this day, do not know how to trade cover calls, because I'm the one that's trading for her. All I do is send her monies over. But anyways, I came up with the plan, and you could definitely do this. And I always recommend to my students, come up with a plan, okay? Come up with a plan and stick to it. Be disciplined. I don't want no traders that are greedy. I don't want no traders that are trading not smart, not in a smart way, because they see the profit or greed gets in the way and all that stuff. I want disciplined traders. So anyways, you can come up with a plan. I did that. When I started trading, I said 2021, July 2nd, 2021 will be when I leave my 9 to 5 for good, right? So it's COVID. I just started trading, and now I'm all in. I'm seeing the profits. I'm sticking to the plan that I wrote for myself. I'm reinvesting. I'm not touching it. It was lit, right? Then once the income was coming in, 6 months into trading, I was at my job. I literally matched my income from my job. Then I kept trading, kept reinvesting. Now I'm at 6 figures, and I was just like, this is blowing my mind. So I stopped there. Once the income was coming in, I paid off all my debts, because I'm leaving my job, okay? And I don't need no debts. So I started paying off all my debts with the income from trading. Then, July 2nd, 2021, what I wrote down on my paper 3 years ago came to pass. I left my job July 2nd, 2021. Lit. This strategy, I have not seen anything like this strategy. It is just, I just can't believe I'm the one that stumbled upon it. I'm the one that, that's actually trading the strategy. I probably, if it was up to me and not my mom telling me, hey, learn this, study this, do, I probably would have been sitting there like this on a computer screen looking at charts and stuff. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not for me. I don't want to work. I don't want nothing to feel like I'm back glued to a screen, or that I'm working. Day trading to me feels like a job. I don't want it. I'm not cool with it. Day trading to me is so risky. I'm not with it. I can't do it, okay? I can't do it. So now how life is today. First of all, when I left my job July 2nd, 2021, I traveled the world. I went to Africa. I went to Zimbabwe. I went to Zambia, London, Greece, Mexico. Listen, I was all over the place, and I never took a plane before until I left my job. Never took a plane before until I left my job. Started traveling out the country by myself because I was just so excited and so eager to just like see the world and stuff like that. So that was such a blessing. My health is the best it has ever been. Literally went to the doctor a few months ago, and my doctor is like scratching her head, like, how the heck are you so healthy? Your numbers reflect someone that does not have juvenile type 1 diabetes. Like, how are you doing this? And it's because I'm home. I get to be intentional about my meals. I'm intentional about my vitamins. I am intentional about working out. I am very intentional about me. I'm not stressed. I'm not overwhelmed. I wake up every single morning. That was in 2021 when I left. We in 2025. I wake up every single morning with the biggest smile on my face because I'm just like so happy and I have so much gratitude. It just feels so good that I literally carved out my own little lane. You know, my income comes from the stock market. My income does not my income does not have a cap to it. My income, if my salary, let's say at work, is $100,000, you capped at $100,000. You may get a couple more cents raised every single year, but baby, you capped. When it comes to the stock market, if I come up with a mean reinvestment plan, I could blow past that 6 figures easily in the market, right? The stock market don't tell me about my worthiness, okay? Let me tell you something. Working in corporate America and being an African American woman is different. So the stock market not racist. The stock market don't tell me when I'm due a raise. The stock market don't tell me none of those things. The stock market don't tell me when I should go on lunch break. I go on lunch break when I want. I go out. I have a little picnic by myself in this beautiful park and stay there as long as I want because the stock market pay my bills. You hear me or do you hear me? Like, it's freedom. It's freedom over here. It's freedom over here on this side. And all it is just simply getting a financial education. That's it. All it is learning something new. All it is keeping an open mind. All it is saying heck no to fear, okay? Because fear can't live in here, or you just gonna be stuck forever. And yeah, you just have to have a vision. You have to be disciplined. Once you make a decision, you have to be disciplined. Go all in. We're not stopping, okay? We're going all in, all in. And we're not stopping. Who cares if it gets complicated? You can't learn like me. I don't care. If I could learn this strategy, you can learn this strategy too. If you do not have or grew up with any learning challenges, you can learn this. I'm pretty sure you can pick it up in no time. And if I grew up and struggled with having a learning disability and now I was able to come out on the other side and learn trading, baby. Baby. Now, the masterclass is completely free. So the masterclass is completely free, and we're in there for about an hour. I'm going to teach you guys like the fundamentals of a stock, like what stock is considered a low risk stock. You know, you'll learn more about the strategy cover calls. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. We have fun in there. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm having a class tonight, and I'm having another class on Sunday, but you're going to have to come back. You're going to have to come back and click the link in the description after tonight, because you won't be able to register for Sunday's class until after tonight's class, because tonight the link for Wednesday class is in there. So you got to come back. All right. Come back to this video if you can't make it tonight, but I'll see y'all in there. We're going to have a good time. I'm so excited. Let me read the comments before I head off of here. I hear y'all. It is my season. What do you do when losing more than premium collected week after week? Elaborate a little bit more about your question. Happy Hey, Paris and everyone. Happy to be here today. Thanking God for the increase, period. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'll answer a few of you guys' questions. If you have any questions, I'll answer a few of them. That is so awesome. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, it is time, okay? It is time. It is time to just make an income that's not reliant on your 9 to 5. Make an income that's, even if you love your 9 to 5, like, you know how boss be, they be tripping sometimes. 1 second is termination, or the next is maybe a layoff, or they're decreasing their staffs and stuff like that. And if that ever happens, you're good because you have your trading that's making your profits, or that's like taking over your 9 to 5 income. And even if it's a little bit in the beginning, it's okay. At least you have something instead of not having anything cold turkey. You know what I mean? So let's see. I'm so tired of being in the same cycle, same broke cycle. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. At a point, you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I say I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, it was just too much. It was too much. I feel like even if I didn't have a chronic disease and that I'm juggling and I'm feeling sick all the time, if I didn't have that, I would be sick and tired. 9 to 5 is just not for me. Corporate America, I was working at one of the top Fortune 500 companies. It's like number 20 on the list or something like that. The best place to work. That's BS, but I should have been in there kissing tail. I was, though, until I got frustrated and I was like crying every day, having a whole mental breakdown every single day. Don't even want to step foot in the place because there was some mental abuse up in that joint. But anyway, we're gonna continue. And I was just like, I can't do this. Like I'm done. And my mom was like, yeah, go home. Yeah, go home. My mama could say that because she never worked a 9 to 5. She don't even know what corporate America is. She's always owned a business. So she could say, yeah, go home. And then the threats and anyway, go home and learn and study your stocks. She said it every day. Go home and study your stocks. Go home and study your stocks. Let me read. Which stocks pay every week for cover calls? So Tone Taylor, great question. So what you can do is there are some companies that pay out that you can trade just once a month. Then there's some companies where you can trade every single week. So how to figure that out? I just use Yahoo Finance. Just go on Yahoo Finance and like type in the company, or you can put in like their ticker or whatever. And you have to click on the option chain to see like the dates that you can trade it. If you can trade it 4 times in 1 month, then you can trade it every single week. Or if you see like 4 separate dates for the month of January, for an example, then you know that you can trade it every week. But if you just see just one option that you can trade in February or March, then you can only trade it once a month. But I always recommend, wow, that wind is crazy. I always recommend to my students to trade once a month first, because the thing is, I hate the fact that I know my students and everyone, they are just so eager and excited to just jump in and start trading. And you can do that. It's easy. But I want disciplined, confident. I want traders that really know what they're doing, like 110%. So I like when my traders take their time to understand. Even if you choose a stock that's like really, really cheap, that maybe have the fundamentals, choose that first. Take your time. I know you're excited, and a lot of people are, but they want to like start trading every single week as soon as they start and all this, or dump in a whole lot of money in the beginning. And I'm just like, pump the brakes. Let's enjoy the journey, okay? You will not be a millionaire overnight, so stop it. You will not be a millionaire overnight. So we're gonna stop that right now. Okay? We're gonna stop that right now. But so yeah, let me see. Let me look at your comments. Did you talk about how to prevent losing all your shares when doing a cover call? So when you're trading a cover call, there's like two different options, two different things that can happen. One, you can lose your shares just by somebody buying the shares away from you. It's a little more advanced. Or you'll hold on to your shares. In that case, if your goal is to not have your shares bought away from you, then you have to trade out further. So a price out further. So there's strategies around it. Okay. If you hold on, let me read your first question so I know what you're saying. Let me scroll up. What do you do when losing more than premium collected? Okay, so let me read you the question. If you receive $50, then the stock fall, you lose $150 for the week. Next week you collected $50, then you lose $110 for the week. How do you handle that? So my question to you is this a stock that you're trading that's just like plummeting, like going down? Let me know. With once a month, the premium is higher, isn't it? Yes. The further you go out, the higher the premiums. Let's see. Hey, Francis. That's how I feel right now. As this live going on, Master trying to micromanage. Oh, yes. Oh, I know how that feels. Being micromanaged and stuff like that. It sucks. So instead of like $1 out, you would go a few dollars out. Yes, but it just depends on like the premium. Like the premium collected. You have to decide if your return is worth going out that far. You have to figure that part out. But for me, I don't care about that. Like my goal right now. My first goal was to pay off my debts. My second goal was to make an income so I could leave my job. Did that. Now I'm at a space where I have multiple streams of income. I have my trading. I have my business. I have real estate. Like I'm invested into so many things right now. And everything that I'm invested into is like income that's coming in. So my strategy right now is trading cover calls, holding the shares. What you just asked, that question on how far do you go out and stuff like that so that you can hold on to your shares, you don't make your decision until you're like close to the expiration date. And also keep in mind that you can roll the trade. So even if you're like, oh my God, I chose this strike or whatever, and it's getting close to it and I may not own the shares, you can just roll it. So there's so many strategies. You can do that, trade out further, or you can roll it. I want to build savings and then leave my job. That is so smart. It's really smart to have a savings for a rainy day. Listen, gotta have a savings for a rainy day now. And that's how you do it. I'm in the UK. Which broker can I use to trade covered calls? I really need it. I recommend to my students that are in the UK, Interactive Broker. Didn't know that you can roll it. Yes, you can roll. You can roll your cover call trades. So if you're ever freaking out, like, oh my God, let me just say this: you'll never know when you may not own the shares again. You may go 4 or 5 weeks and you still own the shares, and then the 6th week, it looks like you're going to get the shares taken away from you, but you just don't know, right? But if it looks like you're about to get the shares taken away, or if the stock just goes over your strike or whatever, you could just roll it. So there's so many ways you could do it. But anyways, y'all, I cannot wait. Those who are coming to the free stock trading masterclass, I cannot wait to see y'all there. Okay, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be really, really fun. Um, anyways, today is what? Yes, interactive brokers. Today is what? Thursday. Today is Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll go live again tomorrow. And I said that today was going to be for the grown and sexy, and I was going to talk about retirement. You know, if you're like 50 years old, 50 and plus. But of course, my young ones, y'all can join too. Okay, those in your 20s and your 18, that's cool too. You can learn a lot from it. Listen, you can learn a whole lot from it. So I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll come back and I'll do that tomorrow. All right, y'all. I'm about to head off of here. This was good to me. I hope you feel really inspired. I hope you have a little hope. Okay. I hope that my story just inspired you to like start just changing your life. Just start learning. Okay. Seeking some financial education any way. I don't care if it's not me. I don't care if it's not me teaching you the strategy. I don't care if it's somebody else and they taught you a whole lot about stock market trading or whatever. Financial education, period. I am just glad that you are able to find some inspiration and hope through my story. But with that being said, I got to go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.